Hello everyone and welcome to the part 11 playthrough of the Dream Master map. This is going to be the second to last part of this series, and at this point I'm rushing towards victory. First enemy is Loynis, for whom I prepared in the previous part. So the fight is on the fire terrain, and therefore I have expert fire magic and get to use the expert berserk spell. Utterly broken expert berserk. So my primary goal here is to save my Archdevil for as long as I can, and also I want to basically berserk as many units as possible. As you could see, I lured Crusaders into the berserk area, and I'm using demons to kill archangels, but also I want to draw archangels into the same area, and I would need to kill one remaining stack of zealots with demons. Okay, so basically that's it. For me, it turned out to be key to bring archangels into the same area with the Ifrit. If I didn't do that, what would have happened is at some point enemy would free of, so he would have killed my remaining Ifrits, and Archdevil most often also would be killed before I can berserk everything, and at this point they just go ham at me, so I lose speed priority over them, and I take a few decent hits from Crusaders, from champions. As you can see, demons were not taking that much damage, but I still lost a few hundred. So it looks pretty easy, but it wasn't that easy to pull it off. Okay, so now the problem. So I fought this fella, and then later I realized that I actually can't beat the next hero, who is Sister of Wrath, I think. I could skip her like let her free. But I was not sure if I want to do that. And I mean, she's pretty tough. Her damage is absolutely bonkers. That's a bless specialist of level 30,000. So her units, when they are under bless, deal absolutely ridiculous damage. To a point when, like, I don't know, like maybe 30 phoenixes can kill all of my demons, something like that. So that's pretty broken. So I don't have tools to deal with this. So I decided to actually use a different route towards my objective. And this route involves beating a different hero. And that hero is Ronald. Some fellow with ghost dragons and stuff. It's in a location where Sir Milik once lived. So that's where I'm going. Now, I could have saved a bit of time actually if I did not go for Loynis. So that's a few days actually worth of time. I could have gone back to the Ronald's location right after freeing the monk, the abbot. So that would be an easy way to win a few days, to save a few days. So Orange finally came and is being annoying. Yeah, I brought Giselle here to deal with him. I didn't even want to bring Necromancer. henchman is setting up to do some pretty important things here. I will bring Marius here as well. And I do that because I need to kill a certain hero there. But first Marius will take care of a couple of heroes in this direction, so that Malcolm is an abbot, the monk hero, could have moved forward. There is an orange hero there. I want to bait him with my necromancer. I don't want to scare him away, that is. There is a garrison just ahead that will help me with that, actually. For now, I think he's quite intimidated of Nemus, who's too close to actually to make him come to me, to my necromancer. Okay, so henchman is waiting for Marius there. So this hero has one spell in the spellbook, and that's Implosion. He has high spell power, and I think he has probably Orb of Earth, so his damage with Implosion is pretty high. It's probably even too high to out-resurrect with Protection of Earth cast. So maybe... So I have an Orb of Vulnerability, so I won't have to out-resurrect him, because I can Berserk one remaining unit and then just resurrect everything. But if I were to fight him without Orb of Vulnerability, I would definitely equip for maximum interference and resistance, and then also cast Protection of Earth, and basically would be kiting Skeleton Dragons, I think that's, or maybe like Dread Knights, probably the easier would want to kite. And so I would be resurrecting against constant implosions, but a high interference and resistance would probably allow me to actually out-resurrect, but maybe not. I'm not sure. Okay, so I actually prepared for a fight and forgot that there is a small event fight before this hero, and I need a little bit of different army for it. I actually could have brought Ifrit again instead of an Archdevil here, because Ifrit would have actually higher speed than dragons with my artifacts, then I wouldn't have to lose it. I mean, probably didn't have to lose it. Could have resurrected actually, no? I just didn't bother. So he killed 200 demons with one implosion, and that's with an interference loadout. So that's kind of actually... I'm not sure I would actually be able to out-resurrect him. Even like with 50% resistance, that would be asking for quite a lot actually. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Protection from Earth would have brought damage to about 52 demons killed per cast. So that's a little bit more than one resurrection. Probably doable. Maybe you'd have to cross your fingers a couple of times. But I mean, when you can do Berserk with Orb of Vulnerability, probably should do that to save you some nerfs. Okay, there is a Kairi hero or kid. Also a very nice addition. A highly level logistics specialist, not that high to enjoy like tens of thousands of movement points, but still very high, like 200, level 200 something. With a very respectable number of movement points to kick, so that's very nice. Here will follow Malcolm, that is a monk hero, and Marius will take one more fight here against this pink Betty. That's an easier fight, much easier fight. General idea is basically the same here, just kill everything and then everything but one stack. Cast Berserk on this stack and resurrect. I chose horses for Berserk, not skeletons, because she cast Fire Shield on them, so I would have to Dispel to kill them, and it's way more comfortable if I actually could both Berserk and kill remaining unit in the same turn, so. And also, her Fire Shield already expired. He has very low stats, actually. Should have equipped Admiral's hat to Mario's here. She's about to embark, so she would actually benefit from having extra movement. I mentioned in the previous part an alternative Berserk spell, and it is behind the right gate. You'd have to, I would suggest you to kill a hero that lives there before you actually go take the Berserk. Because if you do it without killing, this hero gets access to a black tent and can actually exit this area shortly after that, and he's probably gonna be annoying to deal with. So Marius and Henchman will be Marius doesn't have movement at this point, and she has to defeat two anti-magic garrisons before they can do the thing that they want to do. So that's basically next day they will be doing. And the goal is to lure the hero out. So Malcolm goes for a Conflux Town. That's gonna be an important checkpoint for my heroes to the town portal. The most elementals in this location are actually seers, and for example the magic elemental above gives you all expert magic skills for basically free compared to the quests we saw before that, so it's kind of pretty cool. If you need to boost your magic to expert, that's basically an easy way to do that, like on all heroes, even if you want. Okay, and Necromancer will go bait the orange hero. And Nemus has to leave leeches in the garrison, this way she is not threatening, and hero will take the bait. I'm keeping Frederick here, waiting for a hero slot to free, so he could actually join another hero here, but this hero actually is not important anymore for me. That's kind of an improved version of a Zif. That's Alagar actually, Identity, the Ice Bolt specialist. High level with high spell power, so he's actually like maybe twice as strong as Zif, maybe even a bit more than that. So pretty formidable hero, but at this point I don't need his help or her. That's a lady here actually. Okay, so I guess I am counting number of imps I can raise in one batch. The time is ticking on this map, so I don't really want to waste mana on my Flurrybird. So if he has near maximum mana, I do want to farm demons on him. Okay, I actually thought about using Orient to pass units to Flurrybird there, but I forgot that I don't have a free slot. So Flurrybird will have to do it on his own. What I could do actually here for Flurrybird is to give him some decent helmet actually, and maybe some other items to boost his knowledge. That would be useful. I actually didn't realize that the enemy would have stopped one step short. That's pretty lucky. Just enough movement to take the town. Very nice. And now it's time to bait an enemy hero, a purple hero I think, that is behind a right garrison. Unfortunately, the hero on the left in the town sits in a garrison in the town now, and there are movement draining events in front of it, so I actually cannot take the town this turn. Unfortunately, he hid inside for some reason, I don't know. I didn't expect him to be afraid of a henchman with demons. But it turned out that he is, I guess. Or maybe he was afraid of Marius with one archdevil as well. She's that scary, maybe. So unfortunately I'll have to leave him alive. So the fires in front or behind this gate are actually quest guards for henchmen to open. That's why he's here. And the hero behind this quest guard is on the right side. He's a logistics specialist, so with practically infinite movement, so as soon as I open this quest guard, he's gonna come out. Yeah, I forgot that I need to debuff the morale. Okay, that's good enough. So obviously if Marius is here with demons, this hero never comes. Or maybe he does. Well, I mean, she's not gonna end turn with demons either way, just because I want her to have more movement. But either way, my heroes will be waiting here on boats, as if they are not ready to disembark and kill anything that is there. That's a very widely known short sight of AI, that it doesn't it does account for many things that it shouldn't account for, like it knows when you have like green boots, like logistics, pathfinding, so it can actually know how far your heroes can go, but for some reason it doesn't appreciate you having an admiral's hat. So, well, tough luck for AI, I guess. Day 7. Good idea to actually sell these zealots, because I don't need them. And that's 500,000, so that's extra 100,000 of treasuries alone. Buying war machines for one fight ahead. Actually could have used them in many fights, but I was a little bit slacking on this department. At least in later parts of the map. So I'm getting ready to chain a few heroes when Marius gets an important item from the hero she waits. And so Kir will go and resurrect Zidar, our beloved teacher, master. A very nice hero, actually. So the hunter is being hunted. This hero actually, his name is a hunter, so kind of an irony here. Hunter being hunted. Whatever Necromancer is doing here actually doesn't have any difference, it's just kind of a sideshow, I guess. I didn't even need this brown tent, actually. There is a way to get to the elemental plane using all tents, but it's kind of I mean, it's least interesting path in my opinion. By interesting, I meant to say that it still requires to free Malcolm, for example, and I think it still goes through the same place as going through Loynis, the hero we killed in the beginning of this part. So basically it doesn't have advantage of going through Ronald of not setting Sister of Wrath free, for example, but it has disadvantage compared to regular path through Loynis, because simply because that path is natural. When you free Malcolm, it's kind of pretty close to your location, so it doesn't make much sense, honestly, to go the path that requires you all to collect all tents and still doesn't give you much advantages compared to other paths. Easy enough. Now Marius has to go back home and bring the missing artifacts, and also very conveniently that's day 1, so she can visit stables. So this vial of dragon blood was last missing piece I didn't have. So a couple other artifacts I need, but I have them in possession of other heroes as well, so Axis will collect them. That's one. I need a scroll of resurrection, and another one is actually in possession of Frederick, who's involved in a chain. So it's gonna be natural. That's a town portal scroll for Kir. She doesn't have town portal, and obviously she needs a scroll to continue being useful. Logistics specialist like she is always extremely useful. Yeah, so I needed Sphere of Permanence to resurrect, and also Orb of Silt is gonna be needed for Zidar, because when I resurrect him, or you could conventionally say free him from the prison. He's gonna go and take a very, very important fight. Okay, basically we are happy to see our teacher. That's a very strong spellcaster. That's a level 2000, as you can see, sorcery specialist. And his spell power is actually pretty solid as well, 81. So he actually is maybe even stronger than Victoria we fought before that, and her magic is actually very strong as well. And this quest is actually pretty funny. This poor fella, Noel, is kind of tells us a sad story about how they're enslaved by Adrian and her king, and then we kind of tell him that we killed both of them, and it makes this Noel happy that he's free from tyranny of those evil doers. Little does he know that it means that he's now actually murdered in cold blood and turned into demon. Maybe someone would argue that it is maybe a little worse than his previous fate, but I mean, okay, for some reason it makes him happy, and it makes me more resolute about spreading my form of governance known as democracy. Good to know we have some support among people who understand this philosophy. Okay, just a little funsy. That's gonna be a very, very important fight. And actually, I would say that it's probably my favorite fight. Although there were many pretty cool fights, and enemies overall, kind of pretty cool map. Loved it. But the next fight that Zidar is gonna be taking, I think it's my favorite actually, so... Okay, so that's day one, and it means also it's one of the last days we get to actually do some demon farming. Like just a few days later, it's not gonna matter anymore. we have some like decent amount of money unspent. This thing is way more important. Actually need hire a bunch of these for the next fight. This fight is gonna be in the next part, so stay tuned. There is one little problem with this infinite hirings is that it just doesn't scale all that well, unfortunately. I mentioned it, I think, during one of my sessions, parts of the playthrough, that when you hit like billions in gold, you can hire like a few hundred thousands of Magoks every week, but naturally it's not very practical, as you can imagine. Hiring Magoks you would be hiring 30 at a time, so it means that you would have to like press the buttons like probably around 10 to 20,000 times. Not very fun. So that's kind of like one, I think, a pretty big problem actually with repeated quests for creature hires and conversion in general. Took a bit of time to do some math. Just how awesome is it to have all these dwellings that I left behind. And now that I want to farm more demons, I always have plenty of material to do that. Pretty cool. Okay, it's time to move out. Also need to bring Marius to the same location as Zidar, because I want her to fight the fight after that, and also she is actually faster on foot than Zidar. Zidar doesn't have pathfinding or logistics, so it would be a pretty long wait, possibly at least one extra day. I mean, not at least, okay, probably just one extra day. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Please leave your feedback in the comments below. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.